Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Grace. To whoever is watching this, if you are going through a period of time where everything feels slow, everything feels stagnant, let's say just in general, things aren't interesting or things just aren't going the way that you want them to, things aren't progressing how you want them to. Whether it's at your job, whether it's your business, whether it's your relationships, anything in general. It's really important to be patient with yourself and to keep yourself grounded and to keep going, to keep being consistent and to keep pushing through. Because it's really during these moments that your character and your resilience will be built up. Whether you believe in the universe or you believe in God, whatever you believe in, whatever you trust in, know that you are always in the preparation of something bigger and better. Believe that there's purpose for you. You might not know what your purpose is, but there's always some sort of purpose for you to accomplish. There's always some sort of role that is meant for you. At least that's what I believe. That's my perspective. I'm going through a period of time, or I also have gone through periods of time where I felt like nothing was going my way in college and even in working full-time at 9 to 5, even in times where I was running my own businesses and stuff. There were so many times where I just felt like I had no clue where I was going, but the only thing I always kept in mind was I kept in mind that I am building myself up. I am gaining experience. I am being put through all these hurdles and obstacles, all these challenges, and even these like still stagnant moments in life, even especially it's like those moments where you feel like the most alone or even like the most lonely, is really these moments are the moments where you're really figuring yourself out. You're learning more about yourself. You're learning more about your strengths and your weaknesses, and you're learning more about what you do want and what you don't want. I had a really slow week at work this past week. The thing about myself, like one of my weaknesses that I'm working on, is that whenever I have a lot of time, I start to think. I start to overthink. And especially at work, it's not like I can just like occupy myself with something that like I want to do. Like if I'm at work, so like I'm in an environment where I have to be like, it's either like I'm working on my job or like I'm doing nothing basically, or like just talking to my coworkers or stuff. But when it's slow and I have a lot more time to myself, like I have a lot more time to my own thoughts, I fall victim to a lot of overthinking. I fall victim to analyzing like every single like detail, let's say how someone treats me and how I feel. And I really have to always like stop myself and like catch myself. I'm like, hey, Grace, stop overthinking and just focus on the present and focus on reality. And I even had a lot of struggles in this past week with some of the people around me. And like how you treat your loved ones is like a reflection of how you treat yourself. Another thing that I know is that there might be moments that you start to feel like you've been losing yourself or you don't know exactly what you want anymore. There may be moments that you feel like you've been losing yourself and you don't really know what you want anymore. When you start to feel like you're losing yourself, it basically means that you've been giving too much energy and giving too much attention on things that are not yourself. So let's say like other people. Like if you are someone who has some like people pleaser kind of characteristics or tendencies, then you start to prioritize other people's happiness over your own happiness. Or you are just focusing too much on, let's say, your career, your business, your job, your family, even your partner, your relationship, your friends. You might be too focused on giving your energy to other people, but you forgot to give energy to yourself. You forgot to slow down and remind yourself. You forgot to pour that love and to pour that care and to pour that reassurance and validation towards yourself. No one is emotionally responsible for yourself. You are also not emotionally responsible for other people. You are emotionally responsible for yourself, for your own emotions, for your own actions. And it's okay to mess up. I mess up sometimes too. I mess up a lot, actually. It's all part of being a human. We make a lot of mistakes. But it's really important at the end of the day, you hold yourself accountable to your mistakes. Because in the process of healing, you don't want to hurt other people. Take your time to heal. Do what you think is necessary. But always make sure to come back to yourself. Pour that love in yourself so that you can also be able to start pouring love into others in the right way. And there's a saying, I love it. I probably will say this in every single video that I make. But tough times don't last, but tough people do. I believe each person, if you have the willingness to grow, if you have the willingness to change, you're someone who's very tough. And just know that whatever battles that you're going through, whatever struggles or situations that you feel like, oh, I just can't get out of them, you will get out. You broke up, life will feel better. You lost your job, another opportunity will come. You have an argument with a loved one today, there's a time to remediate. There is opportunities to make it up. As long as you stay open, as long as you stay positive, and as long as you reflect. Take accountability. If you need to say sorry and you need to fix and remediate the situation, then do it. If you feel like, if it's not something like, let's say, like related to like relationships, it's something just like yourself, like I feel lost, I don't know what to do with my career, I don't know what to, then either pray to God, ask the universe, journal, manifest. There's a lot of things. I'm not one to teach about manifesting and affirmations. I'm definitely not qualified enough to talk too much about that. But whatever you believe in, even if it could just be yourself, take those actions that are necessary. And always know that what is truly meant for you, it will always come to you. What is not meant for you will never belong to you. So that's why, like, one thing I've also been studying recently is like the law of detachment. That's also something I've been working on as well. And it's at least my interpretation. I think after I finish recording this video, I might like take a deeper look into it, and hopefully when it's something that I've fully mastered, I can also be able to be qualified and to make a video and talk about this as well. But my interpretation thus far, again, disclaimer, it might not be completely accurate, but it's just my vague understanding of the concept is basically not tying yourself to the outcome, not labeling it, or basically like not trying not to attach or control something too much, like attach yourself or control something and control like the outcome. And it's like whenever you master the law of detachment, you will start to get everything you want. Like I see a bunch of videos like people talking about law of detachment or the detachment, and like the YouTube video titles or even like reels on Instagram, TikTok and stuff. It's like I see, it's just like whenever you learn how to detach, you will start attracting everything that you want. That's something I've been working on as well, like learning how to actually like detach. One of my weaknesses I had before in business was that I tried to control everything, and whenever things got out of my control, I was kind of like thrown like out of whack. And I found that even in my relationships too, it's just like if I couldn't like if I couldn't grasp, like I didn't feel like I was in control, like I freaked out because I felt like, oh my god, if I'm not gonna control, then like how, what if this person treats me this way, or what if people think this about me? But then you just lose control and you just let people show you who they are and let things and situation develop naturally without you trying to have control. Like it's good to be intentional, it's good to be like have your boundaries, but letting go of that control and just letting and just trusting. If that person is not meant for you, just let them be them. You can't control someone from to like prevent someone from cheating on you. If they're gonna cheat on you, they're bound to, even if you try to like, let's say like always like track their location, or to do like just, you know, just always have to know like everything that's going on. Like if they wanted to cheat on you, they will find a way to cheat on you. But if they want to be with you, there's a saying like, when there's a will, there's a way. If you really wanted to, if that person really wanted to do, they would show you, they would do it. There's different situations to like kind of implement like this that like concept or that saying, but it's the same thing for yourself. Like if you put it like, one thing I've also been like wrapping my head around recently is that like you have these standards or you have these boundaries and you have these expectations of how you want other people to treat you. But then it's always good to stop yourself and also ask yourself, you have these boundaries and expectations for other people, but are you also that kind of person? I've watched a video before of like a person like saying, like, it was a random video, I forget who the person was, but it was like relationship advice. It was like a YouTube short or something that I was seeing, and it's like one of the best relationship advice is that whatever you want in your partner, like you want your partner to do, or you want your partner to be like, be that partner first. You want to attract a good, loyal, charismatic, attractive, like internally, externally, like physically and mentally attractive person, then you have to be that person yourself first. If you're broken inside, if you're not confident, how do you think you're going to attract someone who is very, very confident, who is very sure of themselves? Like, or even if you are, but do you know how to keep them? How do you know how to maintain and to build that relationship? If you want someone that is loyal, are you someone who is ready to commit and to be loyal first? When you want someone else to treat you some certain way, are you also treating them in that way too? That's something I've been learning. We all make mistakes, we're all human. I used to be a perfectionist, and one of the main things that like I try to make myself perfect, but or I try to appear perfect in front of others, but I know that's not always 100% possible. And I know that it can be like draining at the end of the day if you're too controlling, or if you're too scared, doubtful, fearful. Sometimes it's really important just to chillax, you know? Yeah. Spend some time with your loved ones. Spend some time with yourself. Reconnect with nature. Or in this case, especially today again, I'm filming this on a Friday night after a pretty long day at work. I had 10 hours again at work today. And I have to work tomorrow because my office I work at, we're also open on Saturdays too. So I have to go into work tomorrow, and it's technically not officially the weekend for me yet because I have work tomorrow. But yeah, I decided today, it's Friday night, and it's been a pretty stressful week. A lot of things have been happening, and it's really important just for me to spend some time to love myself, to care for myself, and to really also reflect on my actions. Some of my actions, I'm like, let's say, like, to reflect on my actions, like, what actions did I have that may have, like, the actions I made this week, did it reflect negatively or positively upon myself and also upon the people around me? Like, did I pour enough love also into the relationships around me? Did I show enough appreciation or gratitude, or especially into myself? Like, it's really important at the end of the day. There's some days I have like pretty hard days, and at the end of the day I just remind myself, like, hey Grace, I'm really, really proud of you. I think giving yourself, like, whatever your love language is, like, giving yourself your love language. Like, one of my biggest love languages is words of affirmation. So it's really important that I also give myself those words of affirmation. I tell myself I'm proud of myself. I tell myself I'm beautiful. I tell myself I'm valuable. I'm worth it. I deserve the best. And yeah, sometimes your outer world is also a reflection of your inner world. If you only speak negative thoughts, then you will see things only in a negative light. But if you start to speak more positivity into yourself, you will start to see and view the world with a lens of positivity. Yeah. I'm just spewing a lot of things right now. Again, I just decided, I was cleaning my closet because it's starting to get more into fall, into winter seasons, and it's getting a lot colder. So whoever's watching this, make sure to stay warm, take care of yourself, dress warmly in the morning because it's starting to get really, really cold. And I was cleaning my closet because I want to start like kind of organizing and filtering out like what's summer, what's winter, and just have like mainly winter clothes in my closet. I'm also going on a vacation in a few months. I'm not gonna disclose where yet, but it's a vacation. Very, very excited. And I'm going with someone who is very special to me. But I've also been like kind of like one of the like enjoyable things I'm doing is just kind of like planning or kind of like envisioning how I want the vacation to be, how it's gonna look like, what kind of outfits I'm gonna plan, what kind of places, or just just thinking about it. So another thing to keep yourself hopeful even when you feel like there's nothing to be excited for is like think about something that could be exciting towards you. Today during work I had my notebook out and I was just like writing down like certain days, like which days I have off, which days are holidays, which days am I gonna see like these people, like which day I'm gonna see my best friends, which day I'm gonna see my boyfriend, and which day I'm gonna spend more time with my family. And it just makes me more excited. And even like right now I feel like, oh my god, I don't know what's gonna go on with my life. I don't know how my life is gonna appear in the next few weeks, next few months, but it makes me hopeful, makes me excited, even if you have nothing going on. But be excited for like check the weather, be excited for like a sunny day, or if you like the rain, be excited for a rainy day. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. There's always a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There is always something better. You just gotta keep going. You gotta keep trusting yourself. You gotta keep trusting the universe. Really important, the belief and the trust. No one else could believe in you, but you believe in yourself. You always gotta believe in yourself. Hope doesn't stop when other people stop believing in you, but hope stops when you stop believing in yourself. So always have faith. Everyone around you, even your loved ones, they could be like, nah, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, don't start that business, why are you taking that risk, don't be in that relationship with that person, like with that you could do so much better. Like, sure, but it really depends on what you want for yourself, right? No one else is gonna live your own life for you. You're gonna be the one that lives your life. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you came across this video, again, if you resonated with anything I said, even though today I was kind of like all over the place, but I just wanted to share my thoughts. It's the end of the week. I just want to turn on my camera, my phone, and I just want to just talk and just share my thoughts and my reflections, and hopefully some of my reflections could have been at least of some sort of relatability or some hope to anyone who comes across. But yeah, I'm still working on seeing like what kind of advice I can give, or what kind of like formula or kind of like gist that I can actually officially settle in for this channel that I'm making. But still using, practice makes improvement, and one day I'll be figuring that out. And to anyone watching this, if you are able to if you're interested or inclined to come with me along this journey, then that'll be great. Like and subscribe. Yeah, but I'll see you guys next time.